Welcome to the Explainer. So, if you're working in IT support, DevOps, or system admin, well, you already know the deal. Managing the sheer velocity of information, that's basically half the job right there. Today, we're jumping right into a test Gmail account, and I'm going to show you, right over my shoulder, how to build a highly resilient, fully automated incident routing architecture. Let's get right into it. All right, here is the harsh truth, and we've all been guilty of this. Your inbox is not a to-do list. But if you haven't actually configured your filters, well, that's exactly what it's become, right? Honestly, we've kind of just let automated machines and monitoring tools hijack our workflow and completely drain our attention. 200 plus. And no, that's definitely not a high score in some video game. That is the overwhelming, massive pile of unread emails just waiting for you on a typical Monday morning. You know the feeling? It's this messy, anxiety-inducing blend of Sentry exception alerts, Jira updates, and of course, direct customer replies. I mean, it is a massive cognitive load before you've even managed to have your first cup of coffee. But hey, we are going to fix this today. We're moving away from that chaotic default setup where every single notification is screaming for your attention equally, over to this calm, beautiful, automated efficiency. We want all that traffic automatically routed into nice, clean, specific lanes. So here's our exact roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll tackle the inbox problem. Then, we'll cover 5 powerful search operators, followed by building nested label systems. After that, automating with smart filters, and finally, the 10-minute Monday triage. All right, part 1, the inbox problem and the real cost of manual triage. Look, the contemporary enterprise environment moves ridiculously fast, doesn't it? And doing manual triage, it's become a massive barrier to actually getting any deep work done. Our email inbox has essentially mutated from this simple communication tool into a really heavy processing engine for operational data. So to take back control, we need to completely rethink how we view incoming mail. I want you to think of your filters as the bouncers of your digital workspace. I mean, with over 333 billion emails sent globally every single year, you need these bouncers. They ruthlessly protect your attention. They make sure that absolutely only the actionable items get into the VIP section, which is your primary inbox, while routing all that non-critical data safely away. Moving on to section 2. 5 powerful search operators, or, as I like to call it, the syntax of triage. Now, before we actually build out our automation, we really need to zoom in on the Gmail search bar and master the exact syntax required to pinpoint our targets. Out of the 50-plus operators available in Gmail, these 5 right here, these are your absolute heavy hitters. You've got from, which easily identifies your automated senders like Sentry. Then subject hunts down exact phrases. Has finds specific elements, like attachments. The minus sign, like when you type minus in spam, is just brilliant for excluding specific folders. And finally, delivered to matches your exact support alias. Seriously, memorizing these 5 is exactly how you filter automated systems with absolute pinpoint precision. Okay, section 3, building nested label systems, which is really the architecture of the whole shebang. We need to construct a folder-like hierarchy that directly mirrors the actual complexity of your technical organization. Because let's face it, those flat, single-level labels, yeah, they simply won't cut it anymore. So looking at our test setup here, you can see that by stacking nested labels, you create this highly granular, super clean left-hand sidebar. Notice how we set up a parent label for alerts, and then under that, sublabels isolating the Grafana in Sentry traffic. Then we use a totally separate parent label for tickets to separate customer requests from internal ones. Doing it this way successfully isolates all that incredibly noisy high-volume monitoring traffic from, well, actual human beings. And the best part? Setting this up takes literal seconds. You just check the little box next to Nest label under when you're creating or editing your categories in Gmail. It's a tiny detail, but it locks in the structural integrity of your whole system. It prevents your sidebar from expanding into this giant unreadable mess of 100 different tags. Right, section 4, automating with smart filters, or the logic engine. So we've got our nested labels in place, our operators are memorized, now it's time to build the actual automation. This is what routes incoming traffic before your eyes even see it. This 3-step setup right here, this is the secret sauce to the entire workflow. Step 1, define the criteria using those search operators we talked about. Step 2, assign it to its proper nested label lane. And step 3, actually scratch that. This is the absolute most important part. Set the action to skip the inbox entirely or mark it as red depending on the criteria. Here is exactly how dynamic routing is going to save your sanity. Let's say a Sentry alert comes in and matches the exact subject line, critical. Boom, the filter leaves it right in the inbox and stars it. You get notified instantly. But if it's just a routine, low priority warning, the filter silently pushes it straight to an archive label, completely bypassing your primary inbox. So you never miss a critical outage, but you entirely suppress all that annoying background noise. And that brings us to Section 5, 10-minute Monday triage. Let's look at the system in action. We're going to see how the architecture we just built creates a radically different, almost peaceful Monday morning experience for a busy engineer. Picture this. Minute 1, you fire up your Gmail, but instead of 200 mixed messages causing an immediate panic attack, the heavy lifting, it's already done. By minute 3, you just confirm that your routine PagerDuty and Jira alerts are safely auto-labeled and tucked away in their nested folders. And by minute 10, you focused exclusively on those high-priority customer tickets left right there in your primary view. Boom. Triage complete. Your digital bouncers handled the noise, and you instantly reclaimed your technical focus. So, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. What high-volume automated alerts are cluttering up your primary inbox right now that you could literally filter out today? Seriously, do not let your email be a chaotic to-do list anymore. Apply this system this week, deploy those digital bouncers, and finally take your focus back. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, good luck building your system.